This week on the Scout Show, Ohio St. Xavier has advanced to the state finals and their quarterback just got his first offer. And speaking of quarterbacks in Indiana, the Avon signal caller just committed to the Buckeye State. And we had big news from a big man at Oak Park in Michigan as he just chose where he will man the trenches for the next 4 years. Scout Show starts now. Welcome to another episode of the State Champs Scout Show. My name's Lauren Plant. On behalf of the State Champs Scout team, thanks for watching. Former Michigan State and pro quarterback Ryan Van Dyke has advice on why it's dangerous merely being a one-sport athlete. We're presented by Lawrence Technological University. If you dream of playing college sports, the Blue Devils need 200 new student athletes on campus next fall. Sports like women's hockey, track and field, of course, basketball and football too. They have a real unique way to recruit yourself. Go to LTUathletics.com and click Recruit Yourself. Fill out a simple questionnaire, and I guarantee you a coach will reach out within 48 hours. What do you have to lose except maybe a scholarship? Let's get to it.
Checking in from Indiana, this is Scott Bernstein. Chloe Spreen is creating a Damon Bailey-like buzz around southern Indiana. It feels like the 1980s all over again. Spreen, the Bedford North Lawrence girls hoop phenom, is the number one freshman in the state this season and one of the best in the nation in the class of 2024. Versatile in the backcourt, she is drawing comparisons to another B&L phenom from the past, schoolboy sensation Damon Bailey. But this graceful and gritty gunner sure looked poised to live up to the hype in her high school hardwood debut just a few days ago. Spreen fired in 20 points, collected 5 assists, and grabbed 9 rebounds in her Stars' 63-38 defeat of Lanesville last Thursday night, showing fans and press alike why the college scouts are already after her in droves. Indiana was the first school to offer Spreen in the spring. Then in the summer, the floodgates opened, and Purdue, Michigan State, Illinois, Oklahoma, Vanderbilt, and Butler all offered. A number of ACC, SEC, and Pac-12 programs are said to be circling. Switching gears to the football field, Avon senior quarterback Henry Hessen committed to Miami of Ohio over the weekend. The 6'2 Hessen was a 3-year starter under center at Avon and is probably the best drop-back passing prospect in the state's class of 2021. He threw for more than 6,000 yards for his career. Miami of Ohio offered last week. The Redhawks got the nod over Ball State, Central Michigan, and Eastern Michigan. This past season, Hessen passed for 2,500 yards and 31 touchdowns against only 5 picks. The last 2 years, he's hovered near the 2,000 mark in the air. Up in the northwest part of the state, Merrillville's Kenny Grant and Jojo Johnson both recently earned Big Ten offers, with the junior Grant, a defensive lineman, nabbing a Nebraska offer, and the senior Johnson, a wide receiver, receiving a bid from Iowa. Johnson decommitted from Cincinnati last month after getting his first Big Ten offer from Michigan State. Grant's first Big Ten offer came in the summer when Purdue put his first Power 5 bid on the table. From Indiana, this is Scott Bernstein.
I'm Lauren Plant, and the State Champs Sports Network grows every year. For 15 years, we were a Michigan brand. We planted our flag in Indiana 2 years ago, and I'm proud to say Ohio makes this a high school sports trifecta with coverage from a minimum of 40 games a week across 2 shows. Extra Point is all high school football, highlights, feature stories, and more, premiering Mondays. The High School Sports Show drops Fridays, and that's the best highlights of all the other fall sports happening now. We cover it all, so follow, like, and subscribe to the State Champs Network and download the new streaming app so you never miss a minute. I'm Lauren Plant with the latest in Michigan recruiting. Out for the majority of the 2020 campaign with a knee injury, Rayshawn Benny made little impact on what was an 0-6 regular season for the Knights of Oak Park. But he's made an undeniable splash since returning, leading them to a pair of playoff wins. And the 4-star two-way lineman made headlines again on Monday, committing to Michigan State. Ranked by 24/7 Sports as the number 6 player in Michigan in the 2021 class and the number 14 defensive tackle in the nation, the 6'5", 275-pound Benny made his pick from 39 total offers. Back on October 10th, Benny released his top 4 of Kentucky, Michigan State, Penn State, and Michigan. Of those finalists, Michigan the only destination that wouldn't put Benny with a former or current teammate. Oak Park's 2021 running back Davion Prim is headed to Michigan State next fall, while Kentucky has last year's top recruit Justin Rogers, and Enzo Jennings is at Penn State. Growing up, Julius Sims Jr. always wanted to be someone members of his family looked up to, and now he'll be able to accomplish that as the first family member to earn a chance to play Division I college football. The 6'2", 195-pound strong safety and wideout for Muskegon committed to Bowling Green last week, picking the Falcons from among 10 scholarship offers, including much of the MAC, along with Cincinnati and Illinois State. He'll join former Muskegon linemen Billy Roberts and Jordan Porter on campus at BGSU. Through the Big Reds' first playoff game this season, Sims had 23 tackles, 7 tackles for loss, and 5 pass breakups, along with 11 catches for 135 yards and a score on offense. A day after his Corunna Cavaliers punched their ticket to the third round of the playoffs for the first time since 2016, center Jacob Lloyd figured out his collegiate future, joining the second ever recruiting class for the new NAIA program and Madonna University. The 6'2", 230-pound Lloyd was a member of last year's MHS FCA All-State team for Division IV, and this year's Cavaliers are 5-3, headed into a district title matchup with Frankenmuth. Last year, in its first recruiting class, Madonna signed 40 players, 37 of them from the state of Michigan. Detroit Loyola senior Malik Maribel committed to Northwood University over the weekend. The 5'11", 185-pound wideout and cornerback was offered by the Timberwolves back in June. Maribel is part of a talented senior class at Loyola that has had the Bulldogs ranked in the top 10 in Division VII for the entire season and has only allowed 86 points in 8 games, 45 of that coming in the Catholic League title game loss to Division I unbeaten Novi Detroit Catholic Central. Ann Arbor Huron's Tyson Edmondson committed to Lake Superior State for basketball back on Halloween. As a junior, the 6'5" wing averaged 14 points per game for the River Rats, who are likely to be the preseason #1 in D1 this season. And he hit on close to 50% of his shots from three-point range. The versatile athlete also plays quarterback for Huron and helped the football squad to its first playoff win in 20 years in the first round. That's the latest from Michigan. I'm Lauren Plant. Did you record an unbelievable touchdown, a game-winning goal, or just a proud parent moment? Then we want your clip. Upload your video to the brand new State Champs Network app so we can feature it on one of our shows and give your player, team, and school the recognition they deserve. All it takes is just a few easy clicks, and every clip that is submitted will automatically be eligible for prizes. Download the State Champs Network app today for iPhone and Android devices.
Hi, this is Ryan Van Dyke with State Champs Network. So I want to talk to you guys today about the 3 dangers of being a one-sport athlete. Number 1, it's too early to tell, all right? If you're a 9-year-old and you're only playing one sport, you're missing out on so much breadth of what sports has to offer, as well as all the different movements and disciplines that go into, the physical and mental side of sports. Maybe you get to high school and you're at a big high school and somebody tells you, hey, you need to focus on this one sport to be good at it. Well, yeah, you can do that, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but I think you shortchange yourself on the athletic experience. Having different teammates, having different coaches, different speeds and ways to get coached up are very integral to your athletic progression. Number 2 is it does a great deal to enhance your athletic ability. All right, I was a basketball player as well as I played baseball. I was too temperamental in baseball, so I ended up giving that up. All right, and I focused on basketball and football. Well, I tell kids to this day, some of the best strides that I made as a quarterback was when I was not playing football. I got away from football. I worked on my jumping, my agility, my competitive nature, my ability to adapt to something new. It really helped me with my balance and my explosiveness in football. A pitcher who plays quarterback and he's not so worried about the ebbs and flows of the game, he just is worried of the job that he has to do. The number 3 thing is burnout, okay? You spend a lot of time focusing on one thing with everything that you got and everybody talking to you about it. It's really difficult to get away from. In fact, it's almost impossible. Next week, we'll talk about the 5 habits of highly recruited athletes. This is Ryan Van Dyke, State Champs Network.
This is Alan True with your latest look at what's happening in recruiting in the state of Ohio. Columbus Beechcroft senior Muhammad Ali Kobo has committed to Cornell. Kobo is a 6'3", 210-pound recruit who has played both sides of the ball in high school as a tight end, linebacker, and defensive end. The defense figures to be the spot after he was frequently in the backfield to the tune of 74 tackles and 5 sacks as a junior. Academically, he also carries a 4.0 GPA. It has been a fall to remember for Cincinnati St. Xavier quarterback Brogan Mackay. The 6'2", 285-pound junior has had a breakout season in leading his team to a state title appearance and has also received his first college scholarship offer from Kent State. Toledo, Cincinnati, Miami, Ohio, and Akron are some of the other schools recruiting him. He is an accurate passer with 4.59 speed in the 40-yard dash, so expect more schools to come into the picture this offseason. Cincinnati Anderson tight end Brody Foley received offers for Pittsburgh and Cincinnati, his first 2 offers of the recruiting process. Foley plays both sides of the ball at Anderson, but it is on offense where his 6'6", 225-pound frame, ball skills, and tenaciousness as a blocker all make him a blue-chip prospect. While the Panthers and Bearcats are the 2 who started things off, other schools like Michigan State, Michigan, Indiana, Florida State, and Purdue are now following. Garfield Heights star point guard Michi Johnson announced he will graduate early now and enroll mid-year at Ohio State. That will allow him the opportunity to play for the Buckeyes this season. He will report to Ohio State on December 12th. Johnson is rated a 4-star prospect by 24/7 Sports and ranked the number 12 point guard in the country. The Buckeyes offered Johnson a scholarship prior to his freshman season in high school. That's it for recruiting news this week. I'm Alan True.
Thanks for watching. If you have recruiting news you'd like us to know about in Michigan, Indiana, or Ohio, tell us. Hit us up on the socials or send an email to contact@statechampsnetwork.com. I'm Lauren Plant. We'll see you next week. State Champs Scout Show is proudly presented by Lawrence Technological University, where Blue Devils dare.